Sorry.
Thomas, come back.
Hello. Sorry, I had the problems with my infrastructure, and now I have fixed it all. So I think it would be better. My connection would be better.
Okay.
Yeah, now is better.
That's great. We will miss you, Tom. We'll miss you. Oh,
Sorry for this. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was independent of me.
By the way, my last week also she didn't join us, and also this week. Maybe she's busy with her baby, grandchildren.
Maybe we can contact her.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
yeah, later.
Yeah.
They're busy. Okay, moving on to our topic. So I'm gonna share my screen once again. Where is that? Let me check. Keep going, guys. You can talk while I'm checking my screen. This month, okay? So moving on to our topic. So remember, sometimes the repeat person is you. I think we already give our opinion about this one. Don't take it personally, even if it's personal. When someone rude, especially if they're making personal comments about you, it's easy to get upset. But when you have a choice about how you react, take the power out of their rudeness, choosing to treat it as their problem, not your problem. Yes, like I said before that, I got this message from one of my maybe subscriber, and then he commented a message that, oh, your accent is terribly bad. I felt really bad that time, but I just ignore it because if I say something also back and forth, maybe he will maybe he will laugh or happy that I get upset or angry. So I just block him. I don't know.
I can see that for Canada, it is common for workplaces when people, if they are not satisfied about your work or somebody work, they can say what do they think about this, and they just add nothing personal. It means that it's not about you exactly, your personality, but it's nothing personal, but it is about work, how you work and how you did something. You did something wrong maybe, or people not satisfied about your work, and they just share their opinion about your work. But nothing personal, it means that they don't tell exactly to you something.
Just
That's great.
oh yeah, that is only about business or work, nothing personal.
Yeah.
You did this or something's blaming you. Oh, it's totally different. It's another what's that? Another occasion, another term. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So what about Tom? How about you, Tom?
I think it's a good custom to communicate in open way with our partners, and to communicate them, for example, that we are under a weather or we have a bad mood, and in such a case maybe it's better to tell them about that, and for example to warn them. I could be rude because I am in a terrible situation, something happened, and sometimes it's like that we are projecting our problems to other people, and it is not because of them, but because of the other issues. And in this case, it would be better if we said, don't try to contact me. I would like to isolate for some time, for example, in another room, and I would like to clear my mind and settle down and recover from my depression or something like that. And then after some break, it would be easier to establish new relationships on a better base, because sometimes it's difficult to overcome these bad fluids which are between us, and sometimes it's better to make a sharp cut and not to continue these trials of communication. That's it.
Yeah, I'm done speaking. This is Tom from, you know what? I always heard that one from the.
Yeah, I'm done speaking. Yeah, it was Tom. Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah, you noticed that custom. Yeah.
It seems like they're reporting their own opinion. Yes.
Yeah.
So nice. Yeah.
And another custom I noticed that custom on the app is the blinking with the mic. You know, when you are laughing or you are probing the speech, you are turning on or turning off the mic very quickly, and this is to give the approvement that someone was good, for example.
You have that experience. Yeah, it's really good, guys, because we experienced this in Clubhouse. When someone talking, when they finish talking, okay, I'm done speaking. This is Tom. It's just like they're recording because we cannot see each other, just only speaker. So that's why.
But I think it's a very good custom, because when the screen is turned off and you cannot see even the icons of the participants, you cannot see who is speaking because your screen on your phone is switched off. It's a very good custom to say at the end of transmission, it was me and I was speaking, and then next person is also explaining who is speaking, because it is easier without not seeing nothing. It is easier to communicate.
Yeah. That's true. But some of them are very intelligent, knowledgeable. They speak really fast with very high. They use a lot of difficult words and expressions. So it's good to learn from them as well.
Yeah. And so to notice, to observe this joint speaking, this connections which they are using, and to get used to that. It's very only listening could give a lot of benefit, because listening to them we can get used to this kind of speaking. And we can meet even very famous people. Yesterday, I followed Jordan Peterson and Simon Sinek. They are present there. So maybe there would be occasion to communicate with them personally.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's really nice. So I recommend you guys.
Tom, you also will be very famous very soon, I think.
It's important to create a good bio, to give some informations about you, and it is like that if in your bio, when you use a word, this word is searchable, you can be found by this word. So it's very important to write your bio in such a way that you would be described very in a very detailed way, to be able to be found by others.
It's like a resume. Everything.
Like a resume, yeah. Everything about me, what is the most important, what I'm interested in, what are my sphere of interest, and this way you can communicate with the same-minded people, and with the people which exactly you are very close to. And I think that it's very good that you can enter this bio when someone is speaking. You can instantly go into the bio and read about this person, who is it, what he is dealing with, and what languages he is speaking, where he is from. So it is not like on Zoom, and the person has to introduce himself, because we don't know anything about the new person. And on this Clubhouse, all the informations are available at once, so we can judge if it's worth to talk to this person or not at 1 second.
Okay.
All right, guys. So thank you so much, Tom. So let's go back to our topic. So Yan Yan, how about you, Yan Yan?
Like, for me, like now I'm 18 years old, and like when I'm 17 years old, you know, before I attend first year university, I joined an English class. At this class, you know, at this time, it's my first experience of doing presentation for learning for English. And, you know, I'm really shy person. I'm introvert. So whenever I do presentations, like I always shine in, like I just memorize all the notes, all the things that I have to present, and I don't speak like really naturally, and I like memorize it, and it's like reading in front of the whole class. And like, and so all my friends know that I'm weak in public speaking and like presentation. And one of my friends, the blind, just want to tell me that like when the teacher in the class we have to make discussions, and the teacher asked me some questions, and like, do you think you will be successful when you are 27 years old, like that. At this time I feel like what I have to say, or like that, if I said I will be successful, they will share something, or like that. If I share that if I will not be successful, like they will think that I'm really, you know, I don't have ambition or like that. They will think like that. I always underestimate myself or like that. So they were thinking like that. So I said that I think I will be successful or like that. I try like that. And the teacher asked me, why do you think like that? So like I will be try hard or like that. So one of the blind told me that, do you think like you will be a public speaker or like that? You know, it's like he's sarcastic, not it's like just kidding or like that. And also he laughed a lot in front of the whole class. So it's a rude behavior and it's a rude manner for me. You know, it's like sarcastic and it's not just kidding. You know, if we watch their if I listen, if you listen their sound, it's really obvious that he is sarcastic me because I'm weak in public speaking, and she told me like you will be successful with like by public speaking, or you will become like public speaker, teacher, or like that. It's a
So
rude
that is your
behavior for
teacher.
me. It's not my teacher, it's my friend from the
Friend.
class. One of my friend.
Maybe they're just teasing you, try to provoke you to get your attention.
Yeah.
How the way you react to
I
response,
don't at this time, you know, my face become really red and I'm really shy.
because you feel like you insulted, right? You were insulted by them.
Yes. He is also laughing. You know, when I tell yes.
Then how could
Jan, you should definitely read the 12 rules for life by Jordan Peterson, and he said exactly what should you do in such a situation. You should only communicate people which could you benefit from that. If your friend is insulting you, if your friend is mocking you, I think it's not worth to continue that friendship, and you should find another person and not continue this relationship, because it's not good if somebody is frightening you, and if somebody is playing with you. So I think definitely you should not be troubled with her. It's her problem rather than
Yes.
your.
Like it's like humiliating for me. You know, I feel ashamed in front of the class. And, you know, at
She
this
should
time
be
I cried a
ashamed,
lot.
rather. She should be ashamed, rather, because she should be friendly, she should be openly, and she should treat everyone as a good person, and she should encourage someone. If, for example, she thinks that you are not good in public speaking, she should encourage you, and she should give you some advice or pieces of advice, rather than mock you and then smile on you. And if she behaves like that, it's not worth to continue that relationship, I think. And you should give her a very clear sign what you think about that.
Wow, nice advice, Tom. I totally agree
Thank
with
you.
that, Tom. Yes, why you continue that person if just don't give you piece of advice and just make you weak more and trying to keep you stop doing from what you're doing right now. So just
It is even a name for such a person. It's an emotional vampire. She is feeding herself with your sadness. Yeah.
emotional vampire. They're trying to make you feel bad. They're not encouraging you. So try to avoid those kind of people. They're not worth
Yeah.
of your time.
Good friend should support you, but if it is not support and not like ill behavior, it could be not friend, it's enemy. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Or else maybe he or she is invade you. So because you are performing on the stage and telling something or public speaker being
It might be like that. Yeah. That she is weak, she is afraid of you, that you would be better than she is, and maybe it's like that. Yeah, it could be like that also.
happens. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing, Yan Yan. What about you, Alex? Okay, let's move on to
Okay, I just want to jump into next point, find out why people may be rude. People have their own reason for being rude. Perhaps they've had a bad day, or they in the hurry, or think there isn't time for manners. Perhaps they don't even realize how rude they've been. You won't know until you ask. So be interested and try to find out why people behavior in this manner, what happened with him, and maybe in this case you find out the way how behave themselves with this person. Maybe it will be just simple sympathy to them. Maybe it may be some kind of joke, and give example that this situation may happen with everyone, and just in this case you just have to stay calm and ask why this person is so rude with you, and maybe when you find out what happened, it will be clear about their behavior, and you will be able to regulate this process of rude. And of course, when someone annoys you, your first instinct is maybe to lash back and answer the same rude manner, but it's not right way. You have to be cool and don't allow themselves to be rude, and you have to keep your cool and take a deep breath and maybe give yourself space to calm down, and it depends on situation, of course. But in any case, you don't have to escalate the situation and be rude to the other person in answer. It seems to me that my speech is a bit rambling, and I jump from one thoughts to another. But I hope you understand.
Yeah,
me.
we got it.
Thank you.
Alex, is to find out why that person acting rude to you. So maybe there's some reason. Maybe they're tired or they're depressed. So there's some reason. So you have to ask them why you act like that. Okay, why are you treating me like that? Especially if your
Yes,
husband or your
it may
wife
happen with
rudeness to you. So you have
this happened also may occur with you because you don't know what expect from our life.
Mm. Maybe they have terrible day.
Yeah, yes,
So
yes.
that's why they act like that. So by asking something to make clear, so you won't misunderstood why your partner or your friend or whatever acting that way. Okay. So what about Lobaba?
I remember some phrase that Maria Angelica told today in the morning at the beginning about psychologists, and I think we should be some kind of psychologist in any situation when we talk or manage some rude people, some situations with rude people. Because we need to understand what is the reason why they are rude. Maybe it's could be some reason why their behavior so illness behavior, or maybe they have some problem, maybe they sick, and maybe it is just habitual behavior, how to say, habitually rude people. It means that it's like common for them for all the time to be rude. And if it is habitually rude people, it could be a good decision to avoid them in any situations. But if something happened with some people, and that's why they became in such a behavior, we need to understand them, maybe to say sympathize or empathize in this situation, and maybe we can have some joke or to ask them about something. Maybe we can manage the situation, and maybe they need our help in this case. And it's also so important to understand people and to feel them.
Give your sympathy. Understand.
Yeah. Sympathy and empathy. Yeah.
Empathy. Yes, I agree.
Thank you so much, Lubaba. Okay, so moving on to the fourth tips. Okay, be objective and analyze the rudeness. Okay, what about you, Tom? You first? Our time is. Tom, unmute yourself.
Sorry. So somebody was rude to you. What did they do or say? Was there any sense in it? If you view the situation objectively, you will realize that more rudeness is senseless, so you can cheerfully ignore it. Or the rare occasions where there is logic behind the rude behavior. Staying objective lets you address the root of the problem instead of the rudeness concealing it. So I would relate to that and to that what Alex said before. There is a simple rule, but not easy to to be used. I think conquer evil with good. So if somebody is nasty, rather treat him good and hope that he would change because of your good behavior. So it's very easy to say, but sometimes it could be difficult to do and to behave like that, because we should be a saint rather than ordinary people to behave like that. But somebody is good not to react instantly, not to not to answering directly to some behavior or some phrase, but it's a good custom to count 10 maybe, and then to stay calmer and not be very excited, not be very agitated with that behavior or with that communication, and then try to be aware what could be the causes of such a situation. Maybe it's me. Maybe I have done something that causes that angriness. That's maybe I misbehaved. Maybe it wasn't intentionally. Maybe I wasn't aware that I am causing some tensions. Maybe the topic of the conversation was very sensitive for this person. Maybe it was about family issues, or maybe about some disabilities which this person has, and it was so difficult for our partner that he was very agitated with our speaking. So it always depends on the situation, and we should be master of communication, and we should try to behave properly according to the situation. That was me, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Oh, nice.
We can see you.
Yeah. Nice thought, Tom. Yeah, why not? That's true. I totally agree with you, Tom. Okay, so what about, let's see, Yan Yan, one more Yan Yan.
Objective is like
Oh,
without saying anything or like that.
Maybe don't jump in the drama club. Next.
You can. Anything. Anything. You can choose. Because our time is almost finished. We have 9 minutes left, guys. So I just let you to speak more. Don't.
I think that it was for 1 minute. It is enough time to say thanks to Adeline once again for her initiative and for her consistency, and that she enabled us once more this conversation, and we are hoping for more, of course.
By the way, Tom, next month, are you ready to be our host?
Okay.
Okay.
It would be a privilege.
By the way, I will let you to choose any topic that you can share in the group in advance for our Saturday's meetup. Okay.
Okay. And would you be present during these meetings, or I would be alone without you, or?
No. Of course, I will join if I don't have any appointment. No. Next week, maybe I can't, but I will try because my friends invited me to her birthday. So.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
Next week, but if I can join, I will try. I will try to catch up.
Lina, can I ask a question? What does it mean to be a host? What is it?
I mean,
it's
we will choose our topic every week because nowadays I'm always searching the topic and share in the group that this topic are going to talk about. So Tom, he will be our host. He will be
Now about organize conversation and
Organizer.
ask question like interview and go.
I got it.
It's,
yes,
it's a tough task, but I will try to do it.
the tough task. You can do it, Tom, because I believe in you. You have
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
you're very hardworking and you immerse yourself so many conversations. So for sure you have learned lots of topics you can share in our group as well.
Now I have occasion to transfer some materials from Clubhouse because there are very advanced topics. There are, for example, how to dream big, what to do to realize our big dreams, and there are some exercises even. And regarding to you, Jan, I think it would be worth if you join this application, because, for example, there are rooms about public speaking, especially, and there are trainings how to deal with the problems with public speaking. And
Is it application?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Is it application, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a social application, a new one, and it's all about speaking, because we cannot see our speaking partners, but only there is like that. There is a stage, and from the stage, the moderator or owner of the group is speaking, and then you could be introduced to the stage, and you could be a speaker to all of the participants.
Your hand. If you
I have heard this
A
application.
little TED talk like that.
I think is it only available on iPhone?
Yeah, it's on iPhone and on Android.
Really?
Did you try to be a speaker?
It's stressing, but it's a fine experience. I think we have to accustom to that, but after some trials, I think it will be easier. And people are very friendly. I have to admit, they are not making any difficulties. Only once I was kicked out of the room without any reason, but it was only once.
What happened, Tom?
It was like that it was a room with black Americans only, and I joined this room, and I wanted to say them that I liked this kind of English, because they speak in a very specific way, like they were singing. The connected speech is very intense in this black English, and I like this kind of speaking, and I wanted to share my opinion with them, but I couldn't do it because as I raised my hand, I was kicked out of the room without any reason. But it was only once.
Oh, really?
How many people can attend one room at the same time? At one time?
Up to 8,000.
8,000? Oh my God.
Yeah, if there is some celebrity, for example, Elon Musk, there are many thousands people there. There are rooms, but there are rooms with only few speakers. And for example, if you search through the rooms, you can find the room with only several speakers, and it is the best occasion to speak up. Because when there are, it's free. It's free.
Yeah.
And do you participate? How often do you participate in the conversation? Every day or once a week?
No.
You know, it's very addictive. It's very addictive. At the beginning, I was not very often, but now I am more and more often, because
you gain more confidence now, Tom.
Yeah, you have to be very aware, and to be very cautious not to go into this application, because it could suck you in, you know.
Tom, how much time do you spend there?
It depends. Usually in the evenings.
During your night.
2 hours or something like that. But it's a good experience because you can treat it as a live podcast, only listening. You don't have to speak. You can listen only. But when something interesting is on the stage, when you have something valuable to share, you can raise your hand and you can be invited on the stage.
Mm.
Really nice. Actually. Yes. So you can
Yeah.
join. Tom, you can invite them because I don't have.
Yeah, if you would like to join, there are I have some invitations to share. So you have give me your phone number, the cellular phone number.
How can I send my phone number to you?
You can
share it
write.
on the group.
You can share it here on the chat or on the Facebook. DM me.
Facebook Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
Mm-mm.
Maybe not here, or maybe not here because it's a public place. But if you share it on the Messenger, I will give you an invitation.
Mm-mm.
Okay, in the messenger, what is your name in the messenger?
Thomas.
Tom? Just Tom?
Tom.
Tom.
Thomas
Blair, I
Zielinski.
think it's
Yeah.
yeah, Tom Bielinski.
Okay.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining today. Once again, yeah, I really appreciate your time and hearing your valuable thoughts about this topic. So I will see you next week with our new host, Thomas.
So next Saturday, yeah, next
Yeah,
Saturday.
next Saturday, Tom. So before Saturday, at least Friday night, you can post the topic in the.
But should I prepare the message on Facebook or it would be you?
I see your account.
Yes.
Okay.
I see.
The Facebook group, Tom. Okay, guys, less than 1 minute, so I want to say goodbye. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Goodbye,
Thank you
goodbye.
so
Thanks.
much.
Great talking.
Thank you, Lynn.
Mm-mm.
Thank you,
Lynn,
Tom.
for interest.